Nice army say, you will never see me here again. Which is, you will never see me here again. Then get some logistics training. Because you can't be the one who booked 6 rooms for 20 people and then expect them to cram into that and then tell we say, go in a one place, go take the shuttle for come and then when we reach the people at my gate so they don't have no knowledge of that and we can't come in there. All of them little something there.
Yeah, me I said I'm a Nigeria boy representing for King Mix-Up, the #1 source for the latest in dancehall entertainment. Yeah.
Boom, viewers, welcome back to the channel. Subscribers, you already know how we do. Bless. Hoping having a wonderful day today, but you know my style. One bagga, and I gotta continue giving you daily updates on the people you see and don't see on the screen. That's why it's extremely important to watch the end. And with that being said, Chad, no, it look like all of the veteran artists them is very disappointing in Joe Bogdanovich, Scott Burrell, and the rest of the Reggae Sumfest crew. Because all of the veteran artists that came out and talked said that they felt disrespectful, you know what I mean? That they crammed the legends into one session and not rushed them and all of these things. You see me, I say, I know you hear Tanya Stephens talking about they having logistic issues with the bookings and things. You know what I mean? Me hear Richie Spice's name call up and stuff. I don't know if it's in a good way or not. But let's take a listen to the whole ordeal, you know what I mean? And then we'll proceed to the end.
Firstly, I want to say thanks to the musicians, the singers, and the dancers who accompanied me on stage on Saturday night. Thanks to my agent and crew and everybody else who helps to make me do my job efficiently, or as efficiently as I can muster. I thank them very much. Saturday night was the last time I'm doing that show. From the beginning to the end, there is a consistent disregard that neither of us have to put up with. They don't need me, I don't need them. You know, when we negotiate commercial activity, the only thing people think about is remuneration package. And the reason why I usually feel uncomfortable and I'm reluctant to accept work coming to me from local promoters is mostly because of everything else. Mostly because of the lack of manners and the unwillingness to provide technical support. Saturday night, I left from the show and drove for just about an hour to get to my Airbnb because I had no room. Now, check this. Somebody asked me, so didn't you guys negotiate? They refused to go above 6 rooms. And it is my opinion that every Jamaican artist needs to do Jamaican shows. That's an opinion. It's not a hard and fast rule or fact. It's not a law. But I feel like every Jamaican needs to do Jamaican shows at some point. And for the most part, all of us do. Sometimes we have to bend over backwards to make it happen. My agent and I both opted to get ourselves Airbnb and let the band and the background singers and the engineer have the rooms because it was not enough to accommodate all of us. We stayed outside. We were given instructions to get on a shuttle because no vehicle passes would be given out. We got not even one vehicle pass, so we went to the rendezvous spot where we were told to jump on the shuttle, and when we got there, we were dismissed. We have no such knowledge of you entering these premises, and it's understandable because all-inclusive hotel only guests are allowed to go in. This is standard policy and it is practical. It has nothing to do with the hotel. Being instructed to go there, I thought this was something that they actually discussed with this entity and got permission for that. No such conversation actually existed between the two entities. And so me and my crew were turned back and told to go someplace else. And the shuttle picked up those who were staying at the hotel and drive to the somewhere else past the show to collect the rest of us and go to the show. At the show, first me I discovered this new thing, fully segregated. My band can go someplace and my guest band can go someplace. That it's fully segregated. Like, we had no space to actually watch the show. My attempt to go watch Richie Spice. And one man back after me and tell me, say, round this year for day, round this year for day. If me did somebody will never have space where me belong and where me can go and feel comfortable, me that shame. But I feel hurt some kind of way. I can only imagine how the young artists feel when they get that. Because the bark after when I get could only come from a dog. Round this year for day. I go back around which part me for day. Alright. You see, outside of that, that is the treatment from the organization. And it's okay. May I tell you something? When it happened, me annoyed. When it was in progress, I was very annoyed. But I shouldn't have allowed it to affect me, but it caused me to go up on stage with a different energy. During the same night of the show, we learned that our 45-minute set was cut to 30 minutes. After a whole week of rehearsals for a 45-minute set was cut to 30 minutes. I want to big up the musicians, the singers, the dancers for improvising and doing what they love and are good at, regardless of such a major change. Can I tell you that I made a joke about the big clock in front of me? Didn't affect me as much as I joked that it did. But me can imagine how it affect other people. One big countdown clock. Between the clocks, because I'm multiple clock, and the big fences, the chain link fences, and the gruff demeanor of some members of staff. Among all those things, when you add them up, it's not an environment conducive to the best presentation from any creative. We're not thriving in an environment like that. And I can tell you that whatever entity now owns that production has nothing to do with creativity. I can tell you this. I know creative people own this. Creative people never touch this. Because creative people don't create environments which are not conducive to fellow creative people. True creatives are incapable of this. So, my decision to not return to that environment is final. That is from the technical side. From the other end now, from the other end, Let me just say that Jamaican backstages are some festering cesspools of toxicity. Just like with bacteria, the naked eye cannot see it, so back there, the naked eye may not see it. But, to all the people, me know that some people hear me and react to some other people and look for me and say, yeah man, everybody right. That's what she stay. I don't care. I do not care. But, when I come across people who consistently, may I tell you, one man the backstage, where from the first day, me set foot into what is supposedly popularity, that man has been consistently turning up behind me in the presence of others and saying negative things. Now, you're my thing set. May you no need to argue about it because that reflects you. That's how you feel. That's how you speak. But when you see me, do not enter my presence. That's all I ask. I don't ask you to change a narrative. It is your narrative. You are free to keep it. And I respect your right to keep whatever narrative you choose to have. But when you see me, do not enter my presence. And I shouldn't have to tell you. If you diagnose me as insane without the appropriate degree or skill training, you should not enter my presence. If you have been consistently saying things that under normal circumstances, normal being humans are fucked up, would actually undermine my security, my safety in the presence of others, if you have been doing that consistently for decades, you really should not want to be in my presence. If you choose to come in my presence, I reserve the right to say or do anything to you because you are not supposed to be in my presence. So now, whether you come from media or you come from Judea or anything between, I have no care for that. Don't come near me. Do not touch me. Do not try to speak to me. And you know yourself. You see, when we have conversations like these, people say, who you talk? This is between me and who me talk, and they know themselves. Right? When you go to people where you think me there with and tell them, say, make sure you get that from her, because she good pan that and speak in this language, and you're not going to tell them that you met me as a teenager when you were already a grown man, and you met me in a state of psychological vulnerability, and you took advantage of that. You're not going to tell them that. But you go to them and suggest things about me sexually. You did that. And I knew. Because the man where you go to and go tell him that, come right back to me and tell me that. Instantly. So me know that from decades ago. Me see you chat to me and act like we good. And me say, alright, since that you're the pan, since you're that tiny, minuscule, since you are that kind of toe jam, you do you. You come near, you talk, you go on. And over the years, you keep adding to that. And me don't know for what reason you think me not here. But listen, let me explain something to you. You see, in this superficial social environment, artists have more weight than the people outside of the actual artistry. Much more weight, socially. Artists carry more weight. It's easier for somebody from near you to tell me what you say about me, because I'm my name. Besides that, I am human. I have friends. Me in this long time, I'm go for energy. I'm feel who I feel and them feel me. And we form friendships. And here how my friendship work with people. No matter how long we don't see each other, we are friends. I'm a friend and know me and me know them. Me know them. I don't want to use a common phrase that me know their heart. Because I know their heart. Me know their level of integrity. Me know what they're capable of and what they're not. So when people say things about them, me automatically know whether I'll lie or true. Me can't tell you one lie about one specific activity where me coulda never witnessed from them yet. But me can tell you one lie about one train of thought, ideology. Me can tell you. And definitely, when they talk, me can tell you them mental state. Just like my friend him can tell you mine.
Yeah, she talked for like an hour, you know how the thing go. I'll put the full video on my Mix Up on Things channel, as you see in front of you. But this was the caption, you know, she was thanking the people them and things. And you see people like Spragga Benz, and you know, showing her support in the comment section, saying she's the baddest and the realest thing out there. You see me, I say, I'm not worried about the heat and them, you know what I mean? But yeah, I'm just giving that update while I go on. For the go on, put in the comment section, what do you think about that? Boy, Joe, don't want somebody now complain. Now the queen of dancer, Lady Sarah, aka dancer pastor, Marinan, Minister Marian Hall. Anyway, people, let's proceed to next. You know what, man, I got longer, this not longer, you know, people. Don't forget to go on that channel in front of you. Yes, my Mix Up and Things channel, my original channel. And check out what Footer Hype had to say about Burna Boy Betty. Not being able to wind up on Jada properly, as well as Jalen B. Talking about fame disrespect at Reggae Sumfest. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to be notified whenever I do drop the latest. Bless.